players to random teams and drafted teams, mixers, and more. We built this app with the collector in mind, with features like scheduled drop times, custom notification settings, and earn rewards on purchases, among other things. And we want to be a one-stop shop for collectors, which is why we've added services like PSA grading and eBay consignment straight from breaks. We are a PSA authorized dealer and offer grading services from value to walkthrough. All you need to do is fill out the form on our website within 24 hours of a break completing, and we will take care of the rest. All submissions for breaks come with a review and wipe down of your card, and you won't be charged anything until we get your card back from PSA. eBay consignment is a similar process where you will need to fill out a form on our site within 24 hours of a break completing for any cards you'd like to submit. All cards will be listed next business day for a 5-day auction starting at 99 cents. And after the sale, you'll have the option to be paid out via check, PayPal goods, or break credit. The links for these services will be in the description of every break. If you have any questions about how the app or how our breaks work, feel free to message us on your preferred social platform. Or jump in the chat of one of our breaks and the break host can help walk you through it. Summer is here and Real Sports Cards is hitting the road on June 16th. I'm talking about the 2025 Real Sports Cards Summer Road Trip, where we'll be virtually road tripping across the country, with a few in-person stops mixed in, giving away something every single day of the road trip tied to the city that we happen to be in that day. All right here on the Real Sports Cards app. But that's just the beginning of the fun, because similar to our collector games last year, you'll be able to accumulate points every single break for a chance to win break credit. The point totals for this will reset weekly, so no matter when you decide to join the fun, you'll always have a chance at the top spot that week. But there will still be a massive prize for the person that accumulates the most points during the duration of the road trip. The road trip begins June 16th on our way to Fanatics Fest in New York City, and will continue through September 7th when we make it back to Minneapolis in time for the grand opening of our new store. We'll have more info on all of this coming soon, which will be posted right here in the app. In the meantime, start grabbing your favorite road trip snacks, crafting that perfect playlist, and filling up on gas, because this is going to be a road trip to remember.
What's happening, guys? Happy Thursday morning.
I was waiting. I was going to see if you were going to get that right or
I
not.
almost said Friday. I was thinking about it. I had to lock in. Special. This is our first Thursday edition of All Card
Yeah,
Ship.
I mean, we might be hanging out here by ourselves on a Thursday.
Seriously.
Pulling a fast one on everybody, except for Jake.
And Al, apparently.
I mean, is it like a cause for celebration here?
I don't know.
I wasn't sure if Al was ever going to be fast enough to pull this off. Maybe the Thursday helped him.
That might have been. Yeah, that might have been it.
The Thursday helped Al.
I definitely always thought that Al was too old and too slow to be able to be the first one to check out a spot.
Oh, say hello when you drop into the feed. See, Al's not even gonna chat. He's just gonna take his money and run. He's like, I'm just gonna slam that break credit and then bounce. Yeah. Oh, there he is.
What up, Jake? What up, Casey?
All right.
I like Jake's comment first thing.
He can chat again on the phone. We pushed a little update today, so we'll see. We fixed. I don't know. We probably fixed half a dozen things, so we'll see how many we break.
Yeah, seriously. Not looking good. I'm glad that that's working again. So everything should be good. The main fixes were like the chat stuff, and then some of the scrolling issues we're seeing, but we should be all set.
Yep. So we're excited. Now we can start chipping away at some more new features.
Right.
So
exactly.
That's kind of the life of the software. We have a new software engineer on the team too.
Mm-hmm.
So he's still kind of learning the architecture of the app. So he's maybe a little bit more likely to cause some ripple effects when he does something new than the guys who wrote the original code.
Right.
So yeah, we're a little bit of growing pains, and we'll see.
We'll work through it.
We'll see. We'll get it rocking and rolling, and but it always helps, guys. It always helps if you notice little bugs if you notice little bugs, make sure that you send us a message. You can send us a message right in the app to Minnesota support. So you notice little bugs, drop us a message in Minnesota support, and we will get it on the list.
Exactly. 100%. Yep. So we got Thursday special edition. We will not be here tomorrow morning, obviously. We pushed it back a day.
Correct.
What we got going on this weekend?
I mean, I'm going to go, I'm going to take Amberly. I'm not going to make the full drive like across the border into Wisconsin.
I wouldn't. Yeah.
I'm not that hardcore for fireworks to go
Correct.
get the big, real fireworks that are illegal in Minnesota.
Yeah, people don't talk enough about how the worst part about Minnesota is not that they don't allow fireworks, don't sell them. It's the fact that you got to go to Wisconsin to get them.
Right. Yeah. Like we've got parking lot fireworks in Minnesota. You know, the little snap, crackle, pop fireworks.
Yeah.
And honestly,
Sparklers.
that's enough for me and for my 7-year-old.
Yeah, that's fair.
You know, it'll be Beckett's first fireworks that he's aware of.
Yeah.
You know, so he was 3 months old
Right.
last time, so nothing. But we haven't figured out what we're gonna do for the full fireworks yet. The last 2 years, we've actually gone down. The Saints have been in town, and we've gone down to the Saints Stadium.
They do a good fireworks show for the 4th.
They do an awesome show at the St. Paul Saints. After the game, so they let everybody hang out after the game. They actually bring food trucks out and
Onto the
park them along the warning track, and then as soon as they've got all the trucks parked, then they let all the fans onto the field.
It's super cool.
And so people bring their blankets and everything like that. Everybody's hanging out in the outfield, grabbing some food from the food trucks. They shut off all the lights in the stadium and then do the fireworks right above the stadium. So that's really fun. But the Saints are out of town.
This is going to be the first time in a while they've been out of town for 4th. Because I feel like I remember, because I've done it a few times as well. And I feel like it's like every year they're always home for the 4th.
They're still doing an event at CHS Field called like Rock in the Park.
Okay.
Where they've got like a concert and then fireworks and stuff like that where you can go on the field.
Right.
But little difference. So
yeah, especially because you can't get a baseball game in too.
Yeah.
It's a cool event when you do it all in one.
Our go-to before we found the Saints was Excelsior.
At Lake Minnetonka.
So on Lake Minnetonka and going and watching the Excelsior fireworks.
Yeah.
Seeing them, shoot the fireworks over the lake. They have the big fireworks barge out in the middle of the lake, and they shoot them from the barge. It's cool too because you see all the boat lights all over the lake.
The entire lake.
The entire lake is covered in boat lights.
Yeah,
and that's kind of fun. It gets a little buggy, but
yeah,
because you're right there on the water.
Right.
But that's a fun one. But we haven't decided. Blaine puts on a good show. Coon Rapids puts on a good show.
Anoka's shows tonight.
Yeah. Yeah. So
I'm trying to decide. We've got so every year for Anoka, which is the high school I went to, the city I grew up in, Titus as well. They have a massive event like kind of right by. There's the high school and baseball field and hockey rink and everything. All there's a bunch of soccer fields all right in one area, and it's always July 3rd that they do it, and they do this whole event with live music and food trucks and the whole everyone comes out for it. The cool thing they do every year is a Legion baseball alumni game, so that is going on tonight. I know Titus is playing in it. I'm still trying to decide my plans and if I'm gonna be able to get out over there or just head up north early, but we played in it a few times, so it's cool. I had to last year I got on base. It was probably a hit. It was probably double in the gap or something if I remember correctly. But I was on second and someone actually hit a ball in the gap and I had to sprint from second to home. And it's the first time I've done that in a couple of years. And I was chugging. I was like, oh my goodness, I have not done this in way too long.
The senator asked, favorite 4th of July food? This is a interesting question because I'm not sure I've ever really considered the 4th of July a food.
No, I haven't. To me, it's just like summer foods.
Yeah, like grill.
Yeah, I'm grilling brats and burgers.
Like
that's what I'm doing.
Brats and burgers. But I've never really thought other holidays have like traditional foods.
Yeah, it's interesting. Actually.
Obviously, Thanksgiving has traditional foods. Christmas has traditional foods.
Right.
Even Easter kind of has some traditional foods.
For sure.
But I'm not sure that I've ever thought about 4th of July having traditional foods other than just like hamburgers on the grill.
Yeah, instead we should start a movement instead of like the Christmas ham or whatever, or the Easter, it's kind of the same, or the Thanksgiving turkey. It needs to be like the 4th of July steak. Like everyone should be getting ribeye on 4th of July.
Like
or barbecue,
potato salad.
Yeah, but
like I don't know.
No, that's not main dish.
Brisket.
Yeah,
Let's do. We all right. Going forward, and I bet a lot of people do this, right? All the real men that have smokers. I'm not one of them. I'm not one of them. All the real men that have smokers probably doing up some big, like, nice dry rubbed brisket.
Yeah, they've been aging them. They've been in a smoker for the last 48 hours already.
Yeah, it's been smoking for like 3 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just gonna like disintegrate when they pull it out of
100%.
there. Like that to me is probably the ultimate 4th of July food right there.
Yeah, we're gonna need to get on a yeah. I will just be having brats and burgers. No brisket, unfortunately.
Yeah. I don't have a functioning grill, so I'm gonna have to go.
Yeah, you do. We've got the grill at the store.
The U-line.
That's technically yours.
We have the U-line grill.
It's perfect. It's a regular charcoal Weber.
The free gift U-line grill. By the way, this is a point of contention at Real Sports Cards.
Yeah.
We ordered.
No, it's an issue, is what it is.
It's a big issue, actually. It's a problem, like significant problem. HR problem, probably.
I think you need to get involved and start dropping the hammer on people.
Respect issue.
Yeah.
We buy a ton of stuff from Uline. All of our shipping supplies, all this kind of stuff.
Peanuts, boxes,
and Uline has this deal where they do like free gifts with every order, and depending on how big the order is, you get to select from a list of free gifts.
Mm-hmm.
And over time I start seeing these things like pop up around the shop, like this grill and these grilling tools, and like I see like lawn chair, like the
hoodies,
folding lawn chairs,
like Vikings hoodies.
Like Nags is out there on his lunch break the other day, sitting outside in this Uline,
really nice
Uline like collapsible lawn chair, and I'm thinking I have never gotten a free gift in freaking 5 years.
Yeah, seriously.
From Uline. What is going on? All these guys are walking around with like NFL hooded sweatshirts,
they got the whole 32
all this kind of stuff. Like
everything.
Everybody, like they literally have a rotation, taking turns of whose turn it is to pick their Uline gift on my orders.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that's a problem. I think it's a problem.
I think I had a say in getting the grill, and outside of that,
I hope they're claiming it as taxable income. Like,
just call the IRS on them.
These perks are taxable gifts. Probably they probably need to pay income tax on all of these free gifts they're getting as compensation.
No, they're technically counted as overtime.
Okay, 65 hours every 2 weeks.
I'm just saying, you can't tax overtime anymore. Actually, you still can, but whatever.
Oh man, too good. Jake brought up a point. Earlier in the chat about maybe with some of these new app updates that message notifications would go live, so you don't ignore his messages anymore.
There's definitely 0 messages in my chat from Jake that are unread.
So actually brings up a good point though, because we've actually intentionally made the decision to not have message notifications in the app send a push notification. And some of our thought there is that we already know that we send a lot of notifications
all the breaks.
Especially if you have notifications like just blanket turned on for everything, you're getting 3 notifications for every break that we push, right? So we, when it's scheduled, when it drops, and when it goes live, you're getting push notifications if you have your notifications turned on. Now you can go into your notifications filters and turn some, filter it down to the ones that you actually want to see.
Yep.
But we didn't actually give that option for message notifications. So if you guys have feedback on that, like, we would love to hear your feedback on the balance of notifications, or is there too many? Are there not enough? Would you prefer to have notifications on for direct messaging in the app? Things like that. We'd love your feedback. As always, the way we build this app is for you and your preferences and things like that. So anything that you see that you think can make the app a better experience, always let us know.
100%.
So
I definitely intentionally did not respond to Al. That's kind of a given.
It's the snooze. It's the new snooze.
The notifications wouldn't have helped that
The new
at all.
snooze feature.
Man, I'm just thinking about brats now. I'm hungry.
I'm kind of hungry. I didn't roll out soon enough to get my coffee this morning either, so I'm definitely bouncing out of here for coffee and a breakfast sandwich because now I'm starving.
I got mine.
Well, thanks for drinking it right in front of me.
I got mine.
Brutal.
What else is going on?
I don't know. It's tough.
We got some releases today.
I don't know what I'm going to do with the day off tomorrow. Are you working tomorrow?
Come on now.
We're open. Store is open.
Yep.
Store's open, so if you are local, feel free to come in and get your holiday box.
Yeah, they open till 6.
We're open till 6, early. Yeah. So we're shutting down a little bit early so Nate can go watch fireworks.
Yep, perfect. No, yeah, I'm going to head up north to Jenna's parents' house. About 2.5 hours up north, so that's why I'm trying to decide if I want to play in this alumni game tonight, or if I want to head up early and or leave tomorrow morning or something. But Titus will be taking over the double shift on Saturday for me, so which was nice. And then I'll be up north on the lake all weekend. We're hoping. It's been really nice this week, so I'm hoping that the rain just doesn't pop up. It's been so fickle with rain this year, like it just pops up like crazy.
We need some decent weather.
Yeah, so fingers crossed it stays hot and sunny so we can just hang outside. There's they do a big, he's kind of like a hometown. He's not from there, but like this small town. He has this like cultish following, this musician. His name's Johnny Holm. It's like the Johnny Holm band is just a cover band that they do this big concert at this like outdoor bar area, and that'll be Saturday night, which is always a good time. I like live music, so you get out there. And
so somebody's breaking for you, so he's not even breaking this week.
Man. No, that's what I said. Titus doubling.
Wow. All right.
I doubled for Titus Memorial Day weekend. He went up to the cabin, so we're switching.
Hey, as long as the breaks get done, I don't care who does them.
Exactly. Yeah, we got a lot of fun stuff to break this weekend too. So Titus gonna be busy.
I missed a shipment yesterday that I was super disappointed about.
Yeah.
So one of the things that popped this week. I don't know if any of you guys kept an eye on it at all, but Emil and I were intently watching the Panini WNBA rookie royalty release. It was a Dutch auction, high-end WNBA box.
Yep.
2 cards, only 2 cards. 1 card, either a Caitlin Clark auto or an Angel Reese auto. The other card, like either a downtown or a kaboom of like the top 10 rookie WNBA players.
Yep.
So like high end potential, and this is the product that they put: flawless RPAs, national treasures RPAs, immaculate RPAs, pen pals autos, next day autos. Contenders autos,
sneaker spotlights
from Noir.
Yeah,
like since they don't make all of these products for WNBA, they put these autos into this release.
Yep.
And it started at $30,000. So the way a Dutch auction works is they started at a certain price point, and then the price drops every 5 minutes.
Mhm.
So we've got to watch the whole thing from $30,000 all the way down, and we kind of followed it all the way down watching this thing. But we had some discussions on like, what's the EV on a box like this?
Mhm.
What's the worst you can do? What's the medium return on something like that? You know, the pretty standard Angel Reese auto is like $100 to $200
Yeah.
on an Angel Reese auto.
Yep.
And a pretty standard Caitlin Clark auto is kind of around $2,000.
Yeah. 1,000 to 2,000.
1,000 to 2,000. They're like 10x,
Yep.
right? Of Angel. So we're looking at this like the worst you could do is an Angel Reese auto,
Something a little bit more basey.
something more base.
Because she does have high end chases.
She's got
too, right?
RPA. She got flawless RPAs that are going to sell for more. She's got
101s,
NT
everything.
RPA.
Yeah,
She's got
exactly.
cracked ice contenders that are going to obviously sell for more.
Yep.
But, you know, kind of like the base Pen Pals auto or next day auto of Angel Reese, probably $100 to $200 card.
Yep.
Plus a non Caitlin Clark downtown.
Yeah, it's talking like
Or
a
Kaboom.
Nika Mule downtown. Or there's even some girls that are probably a little bit less than her. but
Right.
Yeah.
Now, you know, I was thinking about this. You know, they published like how many of all the autos, and it looked like they only made about 1,500 boxes.
Mhm.
Now, with downtowns and kabooms
Yep.
and 10 players, I was thinking about these might be the lowest population downtowns ever printed.
Even like the first round of the. I mean, yeah,
Like-
with only 1,500 boxes though.
So let's just say half of them are downtowns and half of them are kabooms.
Yep.
Then you're talking about
750
750 each
Yeah.
and a checklist of 10 players.
Right.
You're
With
talking about with
golds and 101s.
only 4 kabooms. I don't think the downtowns had parallels.
No, they did.
Did they?
I'm almost positive.
So if
I'm pretty sure I
I mean-
saw a red Caitlin Clark downtown.
If there's parallels,
Yeah.
well, they don't do reds.
Maybe. What did I see?
I think that there was a red downtown, but I think that was the base downtown.
Oh, did they make the base red?
I don't, because they haven't historically done red downtown.
No, I agree. Yeah.
So I'm looking at this going like, are there only 70 base downtowns?
Yeah, there's not. Yeah, that would be it, right?
Yeah, go to inserts, see downtowns, no parallels.
Okay, got it. So they did not.
That means
do
there's
it.
like probably like 50 downtowns printed
Right.
of each player. Like, these are probably the rarest downtowns and kabooms ever printed. They make
Sure,
they make
yeah.
thousands. They make thousands of NFL downtowns
Mhm.
of each player.
Right.
Thousands of kabooms of each player. So even the lesser players are going to be really, really scarce cards.
Yeah, and they're gonna sell
Really
well
scarce
because
cards. They're
there's
gonna sell
zero of them.
But I don't know. I thought maybe the worst box is like $500.
Yeah, that's got to be the floor.
$500 for the worst box is
Yeah.
the floor, but there aren't many products where half of the boxes have a Caitlin Clark auto.
I mean,
So, half the boxes have a Caitlin Clark auto. A bunch of the Angel Reese auto boxes are going to have a Caitlin Clark downtown or kaboom.
yep.
So, your chance at a solid box is probably better than any other product.
Just based on
You're
how
not
little-
50% getting your money back on any other product.
And there are going to be many 5-figure cards
And a bunch of 6-figure
a
cards.
bunch of 6-figure
So it
cards.
started at 30K. I saw a couple people ask. We ended up getting one box right at the 4,100.
Well, it was the
42.
second. It was it was.
Second to the last tier.
Yeah.
Went all the way down to the second to the last tier.
And it did technically hit the floor, but we tried to check out the second it hit the floor, and they were gone.
Yeah.
So, which makes me think they sold out at the second to bottom
If
tier.
any boxes actually hit the floor, it won't be many of them.
Correct.
So we snuck in an order at 4,250 or whatever, and then we tried to pop 10 of them at 3,000 like instantly, and it declined.
Yeah.
So it'll be really interesting to see how this stuff goes. I mean, there's already a bunch of 6-figure, asking prices
Yeah.
on this stuff. Some big cards, but
It's crazy.
I'm torn. I missed the UPS yesterday. It was shipped to the house. It was shipped to the house with signature confirmation.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I'm torn. Like,
Man, this is ridiculous.
I kind of want to rip this card.
RPA out of 24, 14.5 on bids right now. Immaculate RPA, 5,000 on bids right now with days left. Sneaker Spotlights, 45. I actually love that card. That's the Bruce Lee Kobe 5. That's such an iconic shoe for any sneakerheads out there. Like, the Bruce Lee Kobe 5. Like, that's such an iconic shoe. Contenders horizontal out of 49, 2,000 at bids. Look at that, the Nord Gold Spotlight 50. Like, this is ridiculous.
Yeah, and these are auctions.
Yeah, they have days left.
Like, what do you do with this box? I mean, we already kind of decided it's a little tough to break.
Yeah,
it's a little tough to break a box with 2 cards in it like this.
Mm-hmm.
But what do we do? Have boxes popped at all on eBay? It'll be really interesting to see like where they come back. Oh, if I had one more box, I would totally box war somebody. Jake, you want to come over and hit draft this? We'll hit draft this box when we finally get it. We'll flip a coin for who gets pick number 1, and then the other person gets the second card.
We talked about doing a 1-box hit draft. Let's see, 8,500, 8,500, 8,250, 8,000, 8,000.
So if you got in at that $4,000 level, you're doubling your money.
Hey, you're looking good. That's wild.
Yeah, we should have bought 10 at that level.
Should have, yeah.
Would have doubled our money.
100%.
Man, they popped. Well, I mean, when the singles are selling for what they're selling for,
and when you're hitting so many Caitlin Clark autos, yeah, it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's cool. I kind of wish, I don't know, I still kind of like this format's cool. I kind of wish there was a WNBA Flawless or a WNBA NT or a WNBA Contenders, like all this sort of stuff. Like they did Prism and they're doing Donruss this year. Like I feel like, I don't know, if you look back to like 2019, 2020 when Panini, ran the presses on Zion and Ja stuff and created a few new products like Hoops Premium Stock and all these other things that they did. Like I feel like they missed a little bit in doing this with WNBA.
This was their opportunity to benefit from the Caitlin Clark effect,
wasn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Like, I don't see that because all these products would have done well.
Right. Yeah. No, I have to agree with that. Yeah. Even if it's just a 1-year thing. But then they've got Paige Beckers for next year. And Beckers is lighting it up.
They're going to have good. Juju the year after. They're going to have all, like, there's so much. We talk about, like, Bowman Chrome University basketball. And sure, there's massive chases for the men. You've got, Cooper Flagg and Khan and Ace Bailey and, like, all these guys, right, that were lottery picks. But the women college basketball players in there were some of the biggest chases with Juju and Sarah Strong and Hannah Hidalgo and all these girls. Paige was in a couple of the products or one of the products.
Yep.
Like,
no, I agree.
These women are selling for. It's like, man, some of these WNBA products would have been super nice to have, but whatever.
Yeah,
I don't know. I'm not a Caitlin Clark believer anymore after she got voted 9th best guard by the other WNBA players. Oh, I don't get it. Get it. Just embrace the fact that your sport is getting better, but what do I know?
The WNBA license is not tied to the NBA license. It's completely has its own licensing properties. So I don't know how long their contract is for the WNBA license, but for now, WNBA is remaining with Panini.
Yeah.
So,
which ought to be interesting to see.
That would be a fun change though too. I mean, we talk about this a lot with these licenses. Mm-hmm. First Topps card, almost behaves like a rookie card.
Right.
There are going to be a lot of people in 2025 licensed football,
right,
that have their first ever Topps card, their first ever Topps Chrome card.
In 25 licensed football.
Did
you say their first ever licensed card?
Yeah, their first ever.
Oh yeah. licensed
Topps card,
Correct.
right?
Yeah.
First ever licensed Topps card. Topps Chrome. Let's just pick Topps Chrome for example.
Yeah.
Think of all of the quarterbacks since 2014.
Oh right, yeah.
That
I'm
have
thinking
never,
newer, but yeah,
that
exactly.
have never had a Topps Chrome card.
Right.
Mahomes has never had a Topps Chrome card.
Right. That's interesting to think about actually.
Herbert never had a Topps Chrome card.
Yeah, Burrow, Hurts, T-Law,
Josh Allen.
Lamar.
These guys have never had a licensed Topps Chrome
Right,
card.
that's interesting.
So I really think that's gonna be like
It's like 2014 or 2012.
Yeah, 2012, 2013
Prism.
Prism basketball.
Yeah, where all these
Like,
guys is their first Prism.
It's their first Prism card. Like all of those cards sell.
Right.
Right? The parallels for all of those cards have value.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna have Topps Chrome football come out licensed,
Yeah.
and everybody's gold refractor is going to sell
Right.
because it's gonna be their first ever.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Everybody's superfractor is going to be almost like a rookie
Treated like a rookie
superfractor.
card. Right.
And that's not just going to be for Topps Chrome. That's going to be for every Topps release.
Mm-hmm.
It is going to be their first card.
Right.
And we're going to see the same thing in basketball.
Yeah.
Luka's first ever Topps Chrome.
Right. Oh, you think of all these guys in
Licensed
basketball.
Topps Chrome card.
Yeah.
Like all of the guys.
Ants.
Shea.
Yeah.
Everyone's-
Zion, Ja. Like everyone from that whole period, right?
Everyone, Tatum. Everyone's first licensed Topps Chrome card.
Right.
So, like, the NBA license is coming in October.
Mm-hmm.
The NFL license is coming in April.
Yep.
I think we're going to see crazy singles resale market coming out of these products.
Mm-hmm.
When we know that crazy singles prices drives boxes up.
Yep.
It'd be really interesting to see like these boxes come out, they at a normal price,
Mm-hmm.
and then they shoot up
Yeah.
real quick because the singles market does so well. It'd be really interesting to see how these products perform.
Yeah. Yeah, especially because you're not even looking at rookie class with that.
Yeah, when
Like,
it
that's
expands,
non-dependent on rookie
when
class.
it expands beyond rookie class, it's a whole nother level of crazy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because we're gonna have two really interesting rookie classes with licensed Cooper Flag stuff with basketball and licensed, because they're starting with 25, right?
Yeah.
For football.
Yeah.
So licensed Shador Sanders and Cam Ward, who's not gonna have Panini autos, will have Topps autos licensed,
Right.
and all these guys.
Yeah, I mean, we're not far away. We're only a few months from October.
Yeah, seriously, that's coming up quick.
Should be fun.
We've got the first 2025 football product releasing today.
Which one?
Score.
Score football?
2025 Panini Score football. And you talk about, we talk a little bit about Bowman Chrome and first autos and stuff like that. One piece that I feel like was overlooked a little bit, and they kind of announced it late. I just saw a tweet about it yesterday from Panini. So make sure that you are aware of this. They did NIL autos in Score, which they have not done before.
Okay.
And there's some guys with their first ever licensed or even collegiate autographs. So
Interesting.
as much as I hate to give credit to him, Bryce Underwood, freshman coming into Michigan, quarterback, #1 recruit, has NIL autos. My favorite that I will be chasing and buying, Jeremiah Smith, Ohio State, Julian Sand, Ohio State, Drew Aller, who's had some Bowman stuff, but is projected as a top pick in this next draft.
In
Penn
Score,
State quarterback.
that'll be a fun chase.
It's kind of interesting. They only have autos, and there's a list of, I want to say, like 10 to 20, 15 guys maybe.
So do you do an NIL spot?
We're combining it with one of the teams. I think we're going to combine it with the Jets, who have a little bit smaller of a checklist.
Because everyone, including Gary V, knows that the Jets are terrible.
Correct. Yeah, exactly.
Combine the NIL with the worst.
Exactly. So, no, yeah, because it's auto only, the one thing we don't know is how often they're going to pop.
Right.
Who knows how many they made, if they're all going to be numbered, whatever the case is.
1 per case, 1 every 10 cases, or 5 per case.
Right.
We just don't know.
Who knows? Yeah. So we'll get a better feel for that as we start opening the product. But I think it's a really cool value added way to get extra autographs that are going to sell like crazy. Like
Yeah,
Jeremiah Smith
for
had
sure.
he had an unlicensed, I forget, one of those like kind of collegiate like NIL type brands do a card, and national championship time, his stuff was like his autos from there were selling like crazy. So to actually have like a Panini collegiately licensed card
Nice.
is gonna go crazy, I think. So
Great.
yeah, I'll be keeping an eye out.
And when is that released?
That's today.
Today?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Thursday. Nothing. No
nothing,
releases
there's
tomorrow.
Nothing Friday.
Yeah, UPS and everything's
I'm
closed.
I'm still getting the hang of the fact that it's a holiday.
It feels it's weird. It's always. I feel like this year's different from 4th of July too, because it's usually like the Friday 4th is. I feel like we haven't had that in a while.
Yeah.
Thursday 3rd, Friday 4th, and then going into the weekend. So yeah, everything they just pushed it up a day, and then having nothing release on Friday, obviously. So, but yeah, Square Football is gonna be sweet. You got Cam Ward, Jackson Dart, Shador Sanders, Dylan Gabriel, like all these guys. So it'll be fun to chase a different rookie class for football.
Right.
It's always fun getting into that first of the year. We'll have some products. We got Luminance coming out here soon, and we'll start really working into the 2025 class.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So we had OPG Platinum Hockey
That's a big
yesterday.
That's one of the core hockey releases. So
Topps Chrome Hockey, basically.
yeah,
Right.
OPG Platinum Hockey is the big one.
Yep.
So
Yep.
all
So
our hockey fans should be enjoying that over the weekend.
and it's been really good. The cards look good. It's a stacked rookie class. We were just chatting with a couple guys in the store yesterday about how deep this class is, and we've talked about it before with Macklin and Lane Hudson and Matvey Mishkov and Cutter Gauthier and Stankover. Like it's and the product is delivered too. So it's
yeah, I
been
mean,
good.
Crosscheck just said it's total fire.
Yeah.
He's a big hockey guy, so I did some personals here in the shop. So hearing that a product is totally fire, we'll take it. We'll take it. Price is going up. Price is going up.
So yeah, we had that going on. We've still been ripping Dynasty.
Still be ripping Dynasty baseball, chasing those big ones.
Titus pulled our second logo man, I think.
Yeah, I mean,
Dynasty so far.
That's what you're chasing in Dynasty. Dynasty is a tough product. It's such an expensive box for one card,
Mm-hmm.
but those are the types of cards. Logo men are the types of cards that you are chasing.
Yep, 100%.
So that's the beauty of it, right? So I like the mixers that we've been doing,
Mm-hmm.
as I feel like having a little bit more affordable crack at a mega card
Yeah.
is a great way to do it. But those boxes have shot through the roof.
Yeah.
I mean, we were originally at like 1900.
1850, 1900.
1850, I think. We
Yep.
offered personals at like 1850 on release.
Mm-hmm.
We paid 1950 to
For our
get
last round.
more product in this last round. So like this stuff has gone absolutely bonkers.
Mm-hmm.
$2,500 box.
Yeah.
Almost.
Yep.
For one card.
Wow.
But these dynasty cards have truly in the last couple of years become like the flawless
flawless level
of,
for sure.
of baseball.
Yep.
And it wasn't like that 5 years ago.
No, we talk about that all the time. How Dynasty was like people didn't care. You said it. I think last week. Like you could buy a Mike Trout, 2020 Topps Chrome auto or Inception auto, whatever, and it's the same price as a
they were both $300.
Yeah.
Right. But now you've got. I mean, you look on eBay. I had completed sales on these Dynasty patch autos, and you got big cards.
Yeah.
Big cards. That Pujols logo man was epic.
So sick.
Obviously, the Shota logo man as a rookie
patch
a
auto.
rookie logo man
Yep.
is a big card.
Correct.
But
that's gonna be his card. Like that is the card.
It's a tough one for me to not open a little bit up. I'm not gonna lie.
You talking about rookie royalties, the same type of thing, like, just with the upside alone on it. Like, there are how many 5-figure cards and some 6-figure cards sprinkled in there as well.
Yep.
So, yeah, Dynasty's been fun. We've had a lot of fun stuff recently. We've got a little bit of a gap coming up for baseball.
Right,
over the next 3 weeks.
We're light on baseball until Topps Chrome. So
Yep.
Topps Chrome is the week before the National.
Yep. 23rd or something like that.
Yeah, but that's the next baseball,
Mhm.
Topps baseball release. So we've got a little bit of a gap to bridge, but helping that a little bit is the insane Bowman bounty.
Yeah, I had people ask me like around 5K, like, is this the biggest it's ever been? And I forget what the biggest one we paid out was. I think it was like 65 or 7
Yeah, we for sure
in
have,
like 2020.
yeah, we for sure have never been over 10.
No, yeah,
And
we're
we
for
are-
sure we've never been over 8. I don't think
We are rapidly creeping up on 10.
we're coming up on 9. Yeah, 9's gonna be
Yeah.
hit today.
Yep.
If you know, I think we're at 88 for Titus's first mixer
So
this morning,
wild.
which is insane.
Wild.
It is insane.
So
We need to start doing our job better.
I mean, it just tells me how bad you are at pulling super freakers. I don't know what's the matter with you.
No, it's my fault. I pulled 2 of them in the same case, like on release day, in the same jumbo case. And
That's right.
after that, it's just been crickets.
That's right.
I'm curious if I can go back to see
How far can you see back on our?
when did we start keeping tabs on it. Like this is all 2022.
Here's a 4,300 jackpot hit
Yeah, let
in
me-
November 2022.
Yeah, 4,300, 1,200, 1,000.
And this doesn't count the ones that Wisconsin's hit.
Correct. 2,400.
Yeah. Yeah, it was definitely over $6,000 in 2020. So
Yeah, I remember I hit the, out of 2020 Bowman Chrome, the Jason Dominguez, like, future superstars or something, whatever insert it was, Superfractor, that was the year, the year of his first Bowman, not his first Bowman product because it was Chrome, but
right.
it was a big, big card and hit a massive jackpot too. Yeah, whatever. Someone's gonna get paid here soon. Oh my goodness. We've been scrambling to try to find as much Bowman as we can. I mean,
It's been hard to keep Bowman in stock. I mean, we usually have a really, really healthy inventory of Bowman,
Mhm.
but when you're filling three or four Bowman breaks a day
Mhm.
because of this bounty, like we have been scrounging. We've been trading product with other dealers. We've been buying cases from other dealers, basically finding Bowman any way that
Yep.
we can.
Yep.
So
Yeah, I don't think we looked at print run. Jake brings up larger print runs harder to pull supers. I don't think the print run was up at all from last year.
no,
if
the
I
print
remember
run
right.
the print run for Bowman was pretty flat.
Yeah, and it's telling because the auto checklist has stayed in control. There's a year, I want to say it was 2 years ago, and maybe it was like a Bowman Chrome or something, not necessarily a Bowman Hobby.
Where it bounced up to like 130 autos on the checklist.
Yeah, something that was way higher, and you're seeing a lot more base autos, and it was just a little bit more, flooded, I guess, with, just kind of
Diluted.
Yeah,
We were seeing a higher percentage of base autos per case.
correct.
Right? But that checklist has kind of been reined in to right around 100 autos,
Mm-hmm.
which is back to normal.
Yep.
And we're still seeing 60% numbered autos.
Yeah.
Plus 60+% numbered autos.
Yep.
So that definitely, is a constraint on how much they can make.
Correct. Yeah.
So
Yeah, and the product's been good this year. This class of guys, from the top end is pretty deep with guys that have been playing good. And there's some guys in there like, we talk about. I always keep talking about the Brewers. You got Jesus Made, obviously, which is kind of the next coming of young superstars. But they've also got Luis Pena, who I think is going to end up as a #1 overall prospect before Made is.
sure.
Like just a dude that can hit the ball like crazy infield. Like much I hate to give the Brewers credit, what they've done with their international signing classes over the past few years has been wild.
Right.
And some draft guys like JJ Weatherholt and Condon, and it's pretty good.
Yeah. Good product.
So
We'll keep scrounging.
we're gonna keep trying to find
we'll
it.
keep hustling to find Bowman out there. The Bowman bounty credit can be spent with either Wisconsin or Minnesota. It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter who pulls it, who pulls the super. That credit can be spent anywhere. So we're coming up against 10 o'clock time. So we want to make sure we remind you that this is an open floor. If you have questions about the hobby, the industry, our business, the shop, the breaks, the app, any of that kind of stuff, we're an open book, so feel free to drop those questions on us. What else is cooking?
Well, you mentioned we got Topps Chrome in 3 weeks, and right before the National, we're starting to gear up for the National.
Yeah, we had a big planning meeting, our Tuesday morning marketing meeting. We spent the bulk of that meeting finalizing all of our details for our booth and events and stuff like that for the National. If you are planning on attending the National, make sure that you're keeping an eye on our special road trip event that we are doing. We are hosting all of our friends, as many friends as we can have join us at a Chicago Dogs game. That's American Association Baseball. And that stadium is like a quarter of a mile from the Rosemont Convention Center.
Yeah, it's like right there.
It's right there. We've got 3 suites reserved for that game. And we're going to be dropping tickets for that next Friday. So a week from tomorrow. We'll have that teased up if it's
not yet. Hopefully today.
We'll get that teased up soon here, so that you can make sure your notifications are on for that break or for that drop.
We're going to do a couple for sale, a couple for Blue Diamond.
We're going to have some tickets for sale and some tickets for Blue Diamonds. There are, obviously, it's 3 suites, but there's a limited number of tickets. We subsidized the cost of those tickets, but we did charge for them just so you got a little skin in the game, so you have to show up. So what we don't want is somebody getting free tickets and then not coming, and that ticket could have gone to somebody else. So we've subsidized it down, a decent amount, but we are going to have it be either diamonds or a small fee just to lock those tickets up. So we can have a full house. It'll be fun.
It's going to be a lot of
good time. It's the Friday night of the National. At the Chicago Dogs.
Yeah, I'm pumped for the National. And yes, we will be breaking live from the National. Like always, we are in the planning process this week of going out. So you guys know we always get some special breaks, some special products for that week from Wednesday to Sunday. So we're doing some plotting and planning to try to find and acquire and bring back some cool stuff.
Yeah, we'll have a good time.
I'm excited.
I mean, I'm ready for the National. We just got done with Fanatics Fest, but like Fanatics Fest went really, really well. And the National looks like it's going to be as good of an event as ever. They expanded the size a ton. They let in a lot of new dealers this year. Even expanding into the room upstairs for the show.
Crazy.
It'll be really interesting to see if collectors get up there.
Yeah, I mean, there's going to be plenty of collectors there, so they're going to have places to go.
I mean, it's already a hard show to walk the entire floor.
And they added a ton more.
And now they just made it bigger. Like, it is hard. Like, I struggle, and part of it is I'm doing other things, and I'm not just there to walk the show, but I struggle to walk the whole thing. I like to try to see everything, but it's hard in that time to see every table.
Right, exactly, especially with so much other stuff going on, at our booth and everything else. T-Wag, the National is the last week of July, so the 30th to the 3rd, Wednesday the 30th to Sunday, August 3rd.
Yep. If you are thinking about going to the National and you've never been, absolutely go. It is an amazing hobby event, totally worth going and experiencing. If you are thinking about going, you really need to go get on hotels immediately. We booked our hotels for the National 6 months ago. You're already probably staying 15 to 20 minutes away. You're just not going to get a hotel in close proximity to the convention center. There's that many people that come, but is definitely worth coming.
Yeah, it's also a busy weekend in Chicago with Lollapalooza that same weekend. which is obviously downtown, but I know that was affecting some hotels and some flights and stuff like that too. So
Right.
got to book up soon. But yeah, and then the game, our event will be that Friday night, August 1st.
Yep.
Chicago Dogs, baby. I have to buy a hat. Or a jersey, maybe.
Chicago
big
Dogs,
dogs.
a big hot dog on it. So
Sweet. Any other questions? Anything else we got going on?
Senator, we do have an accountant, or we do have a lawyer on board.
It's probably pretty
that-
overpriced
that-
as
yeah,
is.
Probably already. Aren't all lawyers overpriced? I could use a real estate attorney. I could use a real estate attorney right now.
Long story.
No, we do have a lawyer on board for us. But anybody else wants to work for Break Credit, come on in. You want to sort some cards. If the overpriced lawyer wants to come sort some cards for $20 an hour.
The sorting team was not happy that I ran another Series 2 4Ks'er on Saturday night.
They thought they were
in the clear.
They thought they were in the clear from the 4K flagships.
Nope.
Those are brutal. Emil's already out, Jake. I don't need a real estate attorney to evict Emil. He's already out.
There was no evicting anyways.
Got the boot.
No,
Got the boot. And I got my house back.
you
Man
haven't
cave.
you haven't done anything up there yet.
It's because all your crap's not out yet.
No, that's pretty much all out.
Pretty much is the key word there. I'm ready.
I gotta take my signed baseballs, my World Series banner,
Man cave.
all the photos and everything. I gotta take all those with me.
I think I gotta get that all set up so we can host a poker night.
You still have an old poker table or no?
I don't, but I'll go get one.
Yeah.
Once all your crap is out of there, I'm gonna get a nice poker table,
Fair enough.
and then we'll host a poker game. I know Crosscheck is itching to play poker with us, so we can never get him. He's such a wimp.
He is a wimp.
Oh, you guys are better than me. Like poker's not about who's better. It's about hanging out and just maybe a little bit of us taking some of your money. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
A man cave rip party. I'll be in. I'm in for whatever.
Awesome. Well, that brings us to our 10 o'clock time. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us as always. On a Thursday this time. We'll be back next Friday for the next session of All Cards Ship.
Yep.
Appreciate y'all. Breaks are dropping. Grab a spot and
Have a great
make
4th of July weekend.
Yeah, have a good 4th of July weekend and try to sneak in a break or two.
Thanks,
We'll
guys.
see you soon.